Hey folks, this is Fernando doing a follow-up video of my previous video, banning all guns would save thousands of lives, which got a lot of folks upset as I thought it would happen. But I wasn't expecting, what I see in some of the comments, lots of you guys replying that obviously haven't seen the entire video. I suggest doing that. Watch the entire video because it makes for a more interesting debate. Especially because I see that many of you guys are making the point that I do later on in the video. It's clear that some jumped into conclusions just based on the first couple of minutes of my video or so. I understand it's almost half an hour video, but you know what? I cannot always make 2-3 minute videos. It's the standard these days in YouTube, the fast food short little video, minimum attention required type of video. I do those every once in a while. Usually I go for 10-15 minutes, but sometimes it's nice to do a longer video, more into detail, a more in-depth type of thought process. At least I find it enjoyable every once in a while. If you don't have the time, of course, just go watch something else. But so as to have a good debate, you have to watch the whole thing. One of you guys here. Yeah, I had a sneaky suspicion I was being duped there. I was. Great record. I wasn't trying to dupe anyone really. The title is banning all guns would save thousands of lives. And what if it would? Would you, even if you are assured that it's going to be saving thousands of lives, which you can actually make a very strong case for. If I have a group of people in a country, lock all borders, make sure there's no gun, I'm going to be, at least in theory, removing the possibility of people killing one another with guns. But the point of my previous video was, what are you really willing to give up so as to have that safety? And that's the whole point. It's people willing to give up their own freedom, their own liberties, just to have more safety. And that's in a way the main reason why you have this mass shootings in the first place, which is lack of responsibility. People don't want to have responsibilities. They want to be held responsible for their actions. They always want to have quick, easy solutions. Blame guns, blame video games, blame violence in movies and whatnot, or find a pill or drug to give your kids so that they don't shoot each other. When the only real solution is the hard one. The only real solution is the one that involves personal sacrifice, dedication, and time, which are things people, in their majority, being quite selfish and spoiled, are not willing to do. That was the whole point. And you know what? We have to accept that. We have to be, look ourselves in the mirror and accept our responsibility as a society. Are you doing your part or are you not? Are you like that, or maybe what I'm saying does not apply to you? But at least understand the reasons. Understand why is it that you make the stance you probably make. It happened in other countries that people try to make a case for guns for the wrong reasons. They would go rallying for their gun rights, claiming their rights to practice a certain sport. Any savvy politician would just reply, you know what, find a sport that doesn't involve a lethal weapon, because lives are more important than your little hobby. They ended up losing those rights. Now, what I see is that in some cases in the firearms community, people are trying to make the case of, well, it's not going to be making us any safer. Even though that's quite accurate to a practical degree, that should not be your focus. That should not be why you don't want your rights being taken away. You don't want your guns being taken away because you're not willing to trade freedom for safety. All right, that should be your angle. That's the only angle there is to the Second Amendment. It's not about keeping yourself away from having to assume responsibilities. It's about people having the right to defend themselves, people being free if it ever comes down to defending your own liberties, defending your own rights, defending your own freedom. That's the only way there is. And I think it's a worthwhile topic to cover. at the end of the day, if you analyze what happens in different countries, different places, you have a better picture. Don't just stick to one country. Actually, take a look at different countries and see how guns and liberty and quality of life works out. Pretty easy to find Wikipedia. Number of guns per capita worldwide per each country. All right, let's take a look at. I have two lists for you guys. You guys tell me which list of countries looks more appealing to you. United States, okay, Serbia, Yemen, Switzerland, Cyprus. Cyprus, kind of crappy situation with the economy, but Cyprus is actually a pretty nice place. Saudi Arabia, Iraq, not so good. Uruguay, sounds a little bit better. Sweden, Norway, France, Canada, Austria, Germany, Iceland. Those are the countries from the first list. Does it sound good or not so much? Well, how about the second list that I have here? Tunisia, Timor-Leste, Solomon Island, Ghana, Ethiopia, Singapore, Indonesia, Fiji, Eritrea, Bangladesh, Sierra Leone, Rwanda, some of these countries, and North Korea. Japan, Haiti, Romania, Niger, Malawi, Lithuania, Nepal, Madagascar, Gambia, Kyrgyzstan, Togo, Tajikistan, and Central African Republic. Those are the countries with the least amount of guns per capita in the world. Would you rather be one of the countries in the first list that are the most armed countries in the world? Again, in case you forgot those, go back to top of the list. The most armed countries in the world. First of all, United States, most armed society in the planet. Followed by Serbia, Yemen, Switzerland, Cyprus, Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Uruguay, Sweden, Norway, France, Canada, Austria, Germany, and Iceland. Which would you rather be of those two lists? Guys, that's all for now. Take care. Have a great day. See you on our next video.